Hi, Professor Wenaina here, your 5 minutes teacher on education, childhood, youth, parenting, and all things school. Welcome. An interesting statistic about single parent families is that children of single fathers consistently show advantages in emotional stability, academic outcomes, and overall resilience compared to children raised by single mothers. Many people are quick to use this statistic to conclude that fathers are better parents. But there isn't data that shows fathers are inherently better parents because good parenting is not a function of gender. So the question is, if there is no data to show that fathers are better parents, why do children of single fathers consistently fare better than children of single mothers in almost all metrics? The most obvious explanation lies in social dynamics. Single fathers, on average, find it easier to introduce positive female influences into their children's lives. Meanwhile, single mothers struggle to replace the loss of the father, and that absence leaves an undeniable gap. A single father can integrate female role models across all aspects of his child's life with significantly less resistance than a single mother can introduce male influences. Teachers, coaches, aunts, grandmothers, female friends, these relationships tend to form naturally without societal suspicion or tension. A father can bring a trusted woman into his child's daily life, whether as a mentor, a caregiver, or a close family friend, and no one questions his judgment. Contrast this with a single mother attempting the same with a male figure, and the barriers become immediately apparent. The risk of misjudging a man's intentions looms large, and even when a good male role model is available, societal interference often discourages close involvement. The implications of this social discrepancy are significant. A child raised by a single father is rarely deprived of maternal warmth. Even in cases where the biological mother is absent or disengaged, a father can provide consistent female presence through extended family, close friends, and community networks. Studies in developmental psychology have long established that children benefit immensely from the balance of both male and female role models, absorbing different styles of communication, discipline, and emotional expression. The broader the child's exposure to these influences, the more well-rounded their development. And as we have seen, single fathers have a huge advantage here. Single mothers face a more difficult equation. The absence of a father is not just the absence of a salary or a set of hands to share the workload. It is the absence of a male presence that provides a distinct form of authority, boundary setting, and modeled masculinity, especially for boys. The mother can attempt to compensate, but without strong, consistent male figures, the void still remains. Even when a mother does introduce male role models, their involvement is often limited or secondary. A coach may guide in sports, a grandfather may visit occasionally, but these interactions lack the day-to-day lived-in presence of a male authority figure at home. Then the structural advantages of single fathers become undeniable. A father raising children alone does not have to work against the same social constraints that single mothers do. He is free to surround his children with healthy, very varied female relationships in a way that feels seamless, unforced, and natural. His children, as a result, benefit from both masculine and feminine influences without disruption. The same cannot be said in reverse. A mother raising children alone is often the sole authority, the only consistent adult in the home, and despite her best efforts, she cannot provide the full scope of what a father's presence would bring. Having said that, none of this suggests that single mothers are doomed to failure or that single fathers always get it right. What it does highlight is the distinct challenge that single mothers face, one that is not as easily solvable as financial hardship or lack of time or whatever. The loss of a father is not just a missing guy, but a missing presence, one that for reasons beyond her control is far harder to replace than the loss of a mother. A father raising children alone can ensure they have a motherly presence in their lives. A mother raising children alone struggles to provide the same with fatherly presence. And in that reality lies the unavoidable advantage that single fathers hold. Thank you for your time. See you in the next episode.